Hey Taurus, welcome to your weekly forecast for October 21st through the 27th. We're going to connect here, see what's happening for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising in the week ahead. We're going to check out this little Halloween deck here for your weekly messages. And then we're going to break up some of this Halloween energy and pick an angel message for you from an angel deck after. So stick around. Stay tuned for that. Let's see what's happening for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. As always, guys, if you like the cards I'm using, if you want to know which cards I'm using, I always have links in the description for you guys to go check out the cards if you would like. Let's see what's happening for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising in the week ahead. We have a new moon coming up, the 27th, 28th. It's going to be new moon in Scorpio, and the energies are going to be a bit intense, even though new moons typically don't tend to be intense and they're more about manifesting and less about releasing. This particular new moon may be a little intense for some, so we're going to see how the energies are affecting our Taurus friends. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Here is your Monday, Tuesday, your Wednesday, Thursday, and your Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Alrighty. Monday, Tuesday, my darlings. We have Page of Ghosts. So you're starting off the week, Taurus, with this opening up energy here. This in traditional tarot would be what we would call Page of Cups. And Page of Cups for me is a card that comes up when the heart chakra is opening up. Now, it can also mean playfulness. It could be like a new love. It could be a crush. You know, maybe some of you have like a new love interest, or somebody's asking you out, or you're asking somebody out. So for some of you, there could be a playfulness, or there could be like not like serious romance, but you know, just something new that's catching your attention that might feel a little bit fun. But overall, Page of Cups for me is a card that comes up when the heart chakra is opening up and we're experiencing something new. We're allowing ourselves to receive, or we're learning to receive. Now, I feel this card also came up for Cancer, but they had it at the end of the week. Some of you might have something going on with a Cancer. Some of you might be connecting with a Cancer. I only stopped because this card came up for them, Taurus. But for you guys, the vibe that I'm feeling around this Page of Cups is I'm just kind of feeling this vibe of like going out and having these little like day trips, or spending time on your own, you know, doing things that you like doing. Even though this isn't the Nine of Pentacles, it's the Page of Cups. I'm kind of getting a Nine of Pentacles feel around it. Like, I feel like some of you might even be meeting a person this way. Like, you're getting out, having a good time, doing things that are interesting to you, doing things that feel fun for you, and you're kind of attracting new experiences in that way, or catching somebody's eye in that way, Taurus, in the beginning of the week. I don't focus too much on love in the weekly forecast, but if it comes up, I talk about it. And I am feeling more of like a romance vibe for you guys than I did for the other sign when this came up, or that I more so than I generally do in this in when I do receive this card. Yeah, I just feel like you're out and about enjoying yourself in the beginning of the week, and some of you, this is attracting some attention of like a new potential love interest. Your Wednesday, Thursday, Taurus, is Four of Bats. You definitely are wanting some kind of a breather, okay? This just confirmed it for me, right? Because Page of Cups isn't even necessarily, like I said, it's not like a Nine of Pentacles kind of card typically, or like a card where you're kind of like out, like, you know, you do you, enjoy yourself, have a good time. It's not necessarily a card about going off by yourself. But that's the vibe I got, like just being happy, going off by yourself, and attracting attention. And the next card here is Four of Bats. So in traditional tarot, this is going to be Four of Swords. And usually, typically, when we have Four of Swords, this is about taking a break. This is about just kind of like distancing yourself from a person or a situation, taking a little bit of a time out, resting. It could even be taking a trip or getting away. But usually when Four of Bats or Four of Swords comes up, it's telling us that somebody needs a break. Like, they're tired. mentally, emotionally, they're tired. And so I'm feeling a sense, Taurus, that a lot of you have this desire to get away from someone or something that's been causing drama in your life, or that you feel has been kind of dramatic, and you're just more in the energy of wanting to have a good time. Like you want to have fun. And so a part of you is kind of wanting to spend time by yourself. Now, another thing I want to bring up to you is this card is coming up midweek, and midweek is just before that new moon. The new moon's coming in at the end of the week, and I usually say, those of you who are moon sensitive, or when we begin to pick up moon energy, it's usually about 3 days before, and this puts us at the 3-day mark. So as that new moon energy is coming closer, Taurus, some of you are wanting to just spend some quiet time alone or get away from other people. I do feel for some of you, you're putting your foot down and you're telling somebody that, like, don't call me, I'll call you. Like, I need a bit of a break. Some of you might be calling in sick to work, because you're feeling like you need a day or two, just kind of like recharge or regather your energies. But I feel that it's more just, like I said, you're feeling the moon energy, you're feeling tired, mentally tired, emotionally tired, and you're feeling like you need a bit of a break. Now, when the new moon comes in, this new moon in Scorpio, people are going to be reacting to it in a couple of ways. Some people are going to feel very driven, very motivated, very clear about what they want, and they're going for it, they're making it happen. And other people might be feeling agitated, aggravated, competitive even. Some people might have some big feelings that are getting triggered or coming up. Taurus, you might kind of be feeling those things coming up within yourself, and you're like, you know what, I just need some time to clear this. Which I like the fact that you're doing that. Like, you don't seem to be running away from it. You don't seem to be avoiding it. You don't seem to be trying to, like, say, oh, well, no, that's negative, be positive, and push it down and repress it. You're actually letting yourself release it. You're letting yourself feel it. You're being gentle with yourself. You're getting some rest. Some of you might feel very sleepy as this new moon gets closer. I'm hoping not, because that I'm a Taurus moon. I'm not a Taurus. I'm a Taurus moon, but that Aries full moon kicked my butt, and that made me tired, and I don't want another round of sleepiness. But if you've been sleepy lately, guys, if you've been tired, I feel your pain. We've just had some really intense moon energy. I wasn't anticipating the Aries full moon we had to be that intense. Some of you may have felt it. Maybe some of you didn't. Maybe some of you did. It came in a really big way. And there was positive things that came out of it, as always. There's always positive things that come out of things, but sometimes they can leave us feeling very, very tired. And so this Four of Bats makes me feel, Taurus, that some of you are definitely going to be feeling very, very tired in this new moon energy. And it's just because you're healing. Four of Bats or Four of Swords is also a card about healing. So you're healing the things that have been blocking you so that you can receive that which is going to be coming in through this next wave of manifesting through this next new moon cycle. Your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, my dears, is Two of Imps. All right, so this is going to be Two of Wands. You're going to have some choices and some decisions to make, so you might be taking a bit of a time off with that Four of Swords. You might be taking a little bit of a time out, I should say, not time off, but a time out. But you're going to have to make a decision in the near future, okay? Now, it's really funny, Taurus, because you've had readings over the past few weeks where there's been an energy of, like, the tower moments happening in your life. And last week, the message was kind of like, you were a tower in somebody else's life. And now we're coming into this energy of Two of Swords. So when Two of Swords comes up, it's letting us know, my dear, that a decision needs to be made. Okay? Now, I'm not saying you're going to immediately fall into another tower cycle. Let's hope not. But when we delay making decisions, that's when we end up with, like, tower kind of moments or tower things happening. So as a rule of thumb, I always say, when we see Two of Swords, it's a reminder that you got to choose. You got to make a decision unless you want the universe to step in and make the decision for you. Now, like I said, I do feel like you have time. I don't feel like it's like this immediate thing where it's like, hurry up and decide. But I think in between, you know, this new moon and the next new moon, it's going to be important for you, Taurus, to take some time and get very, very clear about what you want, and be prepared to begin taking steps to get there. Okay, it's time to take more of an active approach in like creating, you know, being a co-creator with the universe, being a co-creator with the higher power, and not so much like be waiting for life to happen or anticipating for life to happen. Make some decisions, make some choices, and take some proactive steps towards it. Taurus, I think some of you have been going through some hard times over the past, year or few months, and so it might have kind of led you to this period of just kind of like just being so tired or so exhausted, where you haven't really been doing a whole lot to make changes. You may have just felt very discouraged, and you may have fallen into a depression, or drinking, or shopping, or some kind of self-medication. And so I feel with the Two of Imps, it's just basically saying it's time to come out of that. It's time to come out of that and make a decision about what you want to do. Make a choice, okay? And start taking action. And start figuring out how you want to go about making these changes. This could be a partnership for some of you. I think I said Two of Swords. This is Two of Wands, okay? I may have accidentally said Two of Swords earlier, but I meant Two of Wands. But, it's about a choice, a decision having to be made, paying attention to the fine print, so to speak. So as you're coming into this new moon energy, it's going to be a time of action. So I feel some of you are coming out of autopilot. You're coming out of self-medication mode. You're coming out of autopilot mode. And it's going to be a time to start taking action. So this is about getting clarity, getting very clear about what you want, how you want to go about it, and who you want to be a part of it, okay? Who you want to be a part of it moving forward. Taurus, I feel some of you are really wanting to thin out your circle. You might be going through your Facebook friends, your Instagram friends. You might be going through your cell phone and looking at all of the numbers you have saved in there. And you might start clearing some certain relationships out or friendships out. So I feel that it's really, really just kind of making some decisions and choices about, positives, negatives, what weighs what, do the positives outweigh the negatives kind of situation. But I really, really feel like this is a card of decisions, making choices, getting clear about what you want, and preparing to take action. Let's go ahead and take a look at your angel card for the week. And as always, my dears, I encourage you to watch your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks those are going to resonate with you more than others. It can also just make the reading just a little bit more personal, because these are general readings. But sometimes if you watch your, your signs, it makes them a little bit more personal when you put them together. All right, so your angel message for the week, my darlings, is... Oh, you actually got two. Angel of Pleasure and Angel of the Universe. Well, hey, that's a nice combination. All right. So you actually had two that came out together. You have Angel of Pleasure, take pleasure in the things you do, and Angel of the Universe. You are being encouraged to expand your thinking. So Taurus, this is going to be a good time for you as you're manifesting. Some of you are really coming into this mindset where you have a lot of things that you want, but you're telling yourself that it can't happen, or you're saying, oh, well, let me set my goals or my desires at something else, because you're judging it based on what you think can and can't happen. And Angel of the Universe is saying you might be limiting yourself. You might be coming into the situation with a lot of limited beliefs, and you're being encouraged to see past those limited beliefs, because once you do, it can begin making changes, and it can begin making good things happening, right? Bringing about manifestation, bringing about good changes, bringing about happy things, bringing about good things that are happening. So, it all kind of starts with what you believe is possible, or what you tell yourself you can and can't have. And so focus on the pleasure, focus on the good things, and know that it's just the beginning of more to come. You are on the verge of making a shift to receive, things that bring you joy and happiness. And Taurus, your sign is very much a sign of pleasure, right? Like Taurus like to have nice things and good food and be comfortable and just have those physical needs met. And so this could be a good time for you as you're coming into the new moon, so that you're manifesting or aligning with that energy of receiving, is maybe take some time in some physical comforts and physical pleasures, and ask your angels and guides to help you clear away any limited thinking that's preventing you from manifesting all that you can manifest in this really powerful Scorpio energy that's coming in. All right, my dears, as always, I don't focus too much on love and romance in the weekly forecasts. You can click on the love reading link in the description if you want to watch the love videos for October. The November love videos will be up in the next few days, so keep an eye out for those. If you want to know which cards I used, you can check them out by clicking on the link. And if you would like a private reading, my dears, I'm more than happy to do that. If you click on the Calendly link in the description of the video, you can go ahead there and schedule. And all of the information you need is there. The different readings, the prices, next available, how to schedule, all of that is available there in the Calendly link. I thank you so much for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I'm wishing you a fabulous week, Taurus.